I know as a designer, you would rather focus on your design, your creations, and your art. But the reality is, as web designers, we also have to be cognizant of the law. And I have the scales of justice here to remind me that there are legal requirements that I need to remember when I'm building my websites for my clients. And these are things that you need to consider as well. And one of those things is that we need to make our websites accessible to those with disabilities. And that means anybody who has a disability, whether it's hearing impairment, blindness, or having some sort of motor issue that they are unable to use a computer, we need to make sure that our websites are navigable by these people that may be using assistive devices, whether it's a screen reader or other type of device that helps them to navigate the internet and your website and your clients' websites. And we don't want to be building things that when your client comes back to you and tells you that they got slapped with a lawsuit because their website was ADA non-compliant, or that they have to pay a fine now because you didn't build something that met the current laws. And in the United States, we have the Americans with Disabilities Act. And this law has been in the books for over 30 years and was applied to the internet in 2010. So if you aren't following basic accessibility standards in your websites when building, then you're leaving yourself and your clients open to these lawsuits and fines. And in terms of international standards, the World Wide Web Consortium has set international standards for web accessibility, and also individually, many countries have accessibility laws as well that you can run afoul of if your website is not made to be accessible. So if this is something you've never heard of, accessibility, it's a term that you need to start learning about, because it's really important for you to make your website accessible to those with disabilities. And ultimately, it's not just because of the law. You want to make your website accessible to those with disabilities because it's the right thing to do. Because we don't want to exclude 20% of the population that has a disability from seeing our content. And for your clients, it's bad business. They're leaving money on the table from people who could be their customers, but they can't navigate that website that you built them. So start learning about web accessibility and start learning about what are the laws that you need to follow, and start learning about what you need to do to make that website navigable by those with disabilities. Presented by Designers Learn Code.